You know, it's easy to look at YouTube and look at all the gear that everybody else has and all these new lenses and all these Sony retreats and everything they do and think photography sounds and looks very expensive. And I'm not gonna lie, it is. It is when you do it professionally. However, most of you out there are just using it for the Instagram or for a blog, or maybe you just want to do some prints. And for that kind of stuff, a phone is more than enough, or just like a point and shoot. But today I'm going to tell you about one lens that I use, and this lens can be found easily on eBay. It's like 18, 10, $15. It's very cheap. It's called the Industar 52 f3.5. Now, I don't like talking about gear, but I think this is one of those lenses I like to talk about because it's just so affordable. And my one of my main points in my channel is that photography doesn't have to be expensive. If you're doing it for yourself, you can you can do this really cheaply. I mean, it doesn't have to cost you anything. And if you want a lens, a starting lens, and you don't have enough to buy one, you can get this lens from Russia, from the Ukraine, but mainly you'll find them on eBay. But it's only $8. I know you're probably thinking it's a 3.5. It can't be that good. And I'm here to tell you, you're just being brainwashed by YouTubers, you know. Because as much as I hate the word cinematic, people think you need like 1.2 to get like cinematic footage. And that's not actually true, because if you look at movies and television, they don't they don't really very often ever go down to like 1.2 or 1.8. Like most of the time you do have something in focus, some semblance of background. And the Industar 52 f3.5 is actually really solid lens. I use it all the time in the dark, in the middle of the night, and I have lots of pictures to prove it. And it's a pancake lens, so it's actually really small. Now the version I have is an M42 mount, so you do have to buy a kind of adapter to use for your camera, but adapters are like $8. You know, you can find them anywhere. Anyways, I wanted to recommend this lens to you because I want to make photography affordable for people. And like I said, it's a real cheap lens. You can find it for like $8, $10, $15 on eBay. And it's actually quite sharp despite being 3.5. I mean, you could look at my photos, and I shoot at night all the time with it, and it doesn't really bother me. I don't go around shooting at f1.2 or anything crazy like that. You know, most of the time I shoot at f4 or f3.5, whatever. So this is just my suggestion to you if you're like a budget or indie filmmaker or just aspiring photographer, but you don't have enough money to buy, and you don't have enough money to buy like a more expensive camera. You can actually buy a bunch of these older vintage lenses and build up a nice collection, a nice set of glass. And this is good glass, you know, it's not, there's nothing bad about it just because it's $8, you know. You just have to be okay with focusing manually, which isn't as hard as you think, because most of these days, all these mirrorless cameras have focus peaking. So it's actually really quick, really fast. But anyways, check it out. If you do, let me know what you think. And if you're watching this video because you're thinking of buying it, just go ahead and do it because it's really affordable, it's really good quality. Thank me later. Anyways, see you then.